Cbeebies Bedtime Story.
Hello, my name's Ashley. Is everything peaceful and quiet in your house? All ready for bedtime? Well, Sam, in tonight's story, is looking for some quiet as well. Should we see if we can find any? This story is called Too Noisy, and it's by MalachyDoyle and Ed Veer. Listen while I tell you about a bunch of bungles. They're a great, enormous family, and they're noisy. Oh, so noisy. Crash, jangle, meet the bungles, whistle, tweetle, toot. Mama Bungle trills and tinkles. Papa wheezes, then he sneezes. Granny Bungle clicks and clacks, and Grandpa Bill's a boomer. Bella bangs on pots and pans, and Fitz and Finn the Bungle babies squeak and squawk and squelch.
Oh, will you ever shush?
Cried Sam, the middle one, the quiet one, the bungle full of dreams.
There isn't room to think around here. All boom and bash and wallop. Oh, I want it to be peaceful, but it's not. It never is.
And so he upped, and so he offed, and so he wandered to the wood.
Ah, he sighed. That's better.
As he looked around at clouds and trees and greens and blues and water. He sat and looked and thought and looked and sat and hummed a hum.
The sky is blue. My shoe is too. It rhymes,
said Sam. I like it. He had another little walk, then sat and looked and thought and looked and sat and hummed again.
I can see a funny tree. Stripey, just like Mama Bee. It rhymes, said Sam. I love it.
Sam upped and offed and wandered deeper, deep into the wood. But eek! He felt a creepy crawly climbing up his trouser leg.
Ooh, he said. It's dark, he said. I think I might be lost, he said. Then beak!
He felt a flutter flap around his face.
Ooh, he said, I'm scared. He said, I wished I hadn't dared. He said, go off alone all on my own.
Then Icky Beak, a slippy, slidey, slithered down his neck. He opened up his lips. Then he opened up his mouth. Then he opened up his throat and bellowed, help, help, help. He listened. And he listened. And, well, first, Sam heard a little sound, a trilling and a tinkling. And then he heard a bigger sound, a wheezing and a sneezing, a clicking and a clacking, then a boom-tee, booming, growing loud and loud again, till it was like a hurricane of lovely noise. The sun came through the trees, and so did Mama Bungle, Papa Bungle, Grandpa Bill and Granny too. Bella banging pots and pans, and Fitz and Finn the Bungle babies. Squeak, squawk, squelch. It's Sam, they yelled. We found him. And they gathered all around him, and they hugged him, and they kissed him, and they said how much they missed him. He'd missed them too, he said.
Although you're very loud, you crowd, I'm glad to be a bungle.
Well, everybody cheered, hooray! And Sam was oh so happy, for he loved them, every one. Quiet's good, said Mama Bee.
It is,
said Sam, and nodded.
But noise is good as well sometimes, especially when you're lost.
And that's the ending.
Happy ending. That's the end. That story was called Too Noisy. Poof, what a very noisy family the Bungles are. Now, it's time to stop all the crashes and jangles and whistles and toots and find somewhere quiet and peaceful where you can go to sleep.
So off you go to bed. I'll be back again soon with another bedtime story.
Shh. Sweet dreams.